Yeah. Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever all of you are watching us. So, welcome to the Power of Storytelling with Spectrum the Awareness Project with the StoryAunty Neena. And today, I'm so happy to share that this is our 85th storytelling session. And today we have the 25th letter of ABCD as X and Y were together last week. So today we have the last letter of our ABCD cards of inclusion, that is Z. And I'm so happy to welcome Reva ma'am, mother of Saksham, who is on Spectrum and has opened a new realm of special people. Saksham has been her guiding light into this arena of advocacy and awareness. She's also the founder of DNUTCH, an initiative that has been conducting autism awareness drives and events on public platforms like World Trade Park, Gaurav Towers, Jaipur Chowpatty, and so many. You will just, if you just check for Reva Sudeep ma'am, you will get to know what she's doing. Wonderful job she's doing. And also, she's the president of Approach Autism Society, a parent organization that works in areas like life skill training, vocational training, and digital employment training to special people. So it's an honor for us to have her on this platform, especially coming up with our alphabet of A, B, C, D, and with letter Z. So, Reva ma'am, the stage is
Hi,
all yours. And first of all, thank you and welcome for joining us.
thank you so much for having me yet again. And it's a pleasure. And I've been listening to these beautiful stories that you've come up with. All the letters here, and so beautifully woven these stories. I mean, we've seen the modulation, we've seen the props, and we've seen it all. And it's actually taking us back in time to our childhood days when stories just carve our personalities. So it's been such a learning experience, and thanks to all the storytellers and you and Spectrum who have brought this about. And it's such a wonderful feeling, and just glad to be here is all I can say.
Yeah. So, ma'am,
Yeah.
when you're ready, I'll just share the. Okay.
Yeah. Before we start, I'll just kind of tell you a little bit about the background where the story is coming from. This is very
Yeah.
personal to me, and it is a real life incident which happened very recently with a friend of mine. And I took her permission, of course. Name changed in the story of the protagonist, but then it has been trying times for her and her family. But here we are. It's all about being there and in the moment and living with, moving on with life as it keeps on throwing the challenges. So okay, you can put up the video. I'm using the video here so that I can narrate. As you look at the video, it will be more hopefully you can associate it with better. Go for it. Thanks. This is the story of Ankita, a beautiful girl born into a loving family, doting parents, and a protective brother made for her perfect family portrait. Like every girl her age, she dreamt of having a thriving career. She was brilliant in her studies and always an achiever. After her graduation, she was still not sure which career path to follow. Economics attracted her, but so did science and maths. One day, as she sat enjoying the company of her friends at a fine dining restaurant, it struck her. This is what she wanted to do: learn different cuisines, create dishes that could tickle the palates and delight the diners. Her parents, always supportive, ensured she was enrolled in one of the finest colleges of culinary arts in France. Time moved fast, and after completing her degree and interning with the best, she landed herself a job back in India. She made a name and place for herself with her sheer work ethics and talent. She became an integral part of cuisine planning and execution in the biggest of destination events, not just within the country, but abroad as well. She was living her dream until everything just came to a grinding halt. A simple bike ride for a quick ice cream near home, a hit and run, a head injury, a fractured leg landed her in the hospital. 3 weeks in the ICU. She would open her eyes once in a while, give a weak, reassuring smile, and drift right back to sleep. On one such day, she sat up in bed feeling better and rested. She called out to her mom, "What is the time? Why is it so dark in here? Switch on some light at least." There was silence, dead silence. Her mom froze in her tracks, as did the attending nurse. It was a sunny morning and the curtains had been pulled away. What followed was pandemonium, scans and tests and reports and surgical procedures. That was then. 2 weeks post the day, she was able to see objects, but only intermittently and very briefly before all would become dark again. Her vision had taken a hit. Her friends and family rallied around her, giving her hope and assurance that she would see again. But as time passed, hope started to fade. Instead, irritation and anger crept in. She started avoiding her friends and slept most part of the day resigned to her fate. One such morning, she heard the sound of a wheelchair being rolled in. Her mother introduced her to Rohan. He too was an accident victim. He had lost both his legs and his eyesight. He spoke to Ankita and told her about his ordeal. An entrepreneur himself, and with the responsibility of his aging parents, he was fighting his own battles. He told Ankita that giving up was easy, and he had been exactly where she was, but fighting with zeal and giving it his all was the only way out. He also told her that with rehabilitation, he had gained a small percentage of his vision and hoped that with patience and resilience, he would have it back a full 100%. He told her how he couldn't wait to walk again someday soon on artificial limbs to reinvent his life. His zeal for reclaiming his life was infectious. His enthusiasm and positivity rubbed off on Ankita too. After being locked away in a world of darkness, she finally felt included. She felt confident of achieving the near impossible. She called out to her mom and told her, "I'm ready to take on this new way of life. Let's begin from the beginning." Her mom was standing near her bedside, shedding silent tears, hugged her tightly. Ankita felt the warmth of her mother's hug, the one she had been avoiding for days on end. She felt her world light up in that instance as she got reminded of the love and strength emanating from her mother. Ankita thanked Rohan for reintroducing her to life and its challenges, and also for reminding her of the willpower each one of us possess but sometimes forget. Perseverance, resilience, acceptance, inclusion, and zeal are not just buzzwords. These are essential ingredients that make for a life well lived. Be motivated or be the motivator. The end result will be rewarding and positive. That was my story, very close to my heart as of now. And yeah,
Yeah, the last line that you said, be motivated or be the motivator. It
yeah,
was uh, so touching. And when you come across something that is happening real in life, is definitely, and you have brought out that so well. So that means the zeal that she regained from Rohan
yes,
is what we are talking about today. That whatever happens, we have it takes time. Of course, it takes time to heal, but we should not
absolutely.
give up. Never give up.
Give up on it.
And yes,
Yes,
and we pray that she comes as colorful as she was, and
yes.
with full zeal. So this was a
Absolutely.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, this is so close to my heart, and I mean, kind of lived with, and we are reliving it every day, and we are hoping for miracles, and we are praying every day. But the best part among all this is that my girl is so motivated, and she is not giving up. Not ready to give up, and she's looking forward to life, and that is the best part about it. And that keeps us going as well as parents. I mean, we are always worried about our children. So this is something. When this letter came to me, I had another story in mind, but this happened, and I thought, why don't I, I just put it in words and express what we need to do in situations like this, because we hear so many things happening every day. So disability is something that can happen. You may not be born with it, but it can
Yes.
happen to any of us at any point of time. The idea here should be to get going, and you see somebody who's struggling with something like this, then you have to be there, stand by them, and give your best, and be your best, and be the motivator if need be. So that was the idea, and that's why I picked it up. Also, a few takeaways that I want to, I feel that the people who are watching, I feel they should, because one thing is that you should follow your dreams. My protagonist followed her dreams because she was not, at one point, she was not decided what she's going to do. And then in that one instant, she knew her path ahead. So you should always follow your dreams, and you're bound to get success. The
Hmm.
other thing is that sincerity and work ethics pave the way for success. I mean, yeah, in a very short time, I mean, within a very short span of time, she became a very integral part of a big team which was doing these events all across the globe. So
Hmm.
that's one. And one very very basic, but wear a helmet always, no exceptions. I mean, distance doesn't matter. Even if you're 2 minutes away from home or going anywhere, wear a helmet. I may be sounding preachy, but then it's something that is so close to my heart that I feel, I mean, the message should go across. Also, life throws challenges, but give your best shot. Do not give up. Give up.
Yes.
Share the zeal and enthusiasm for life with those who may have forgotten about it due to trying times, because we do tend to forget. It's so easy to go down in the dumps, but yeah, you need to. And include those who are left behind, hold their hand and walk beside them till they regain their lost shine. Is what I feel, is what I want to say through this. And yes, inclusion in every walk of life is important. Everybody in whatever capacity you are, need to include people who are, disabled, or in any as phase of their life where they need hand holding, maybe a little motivation goes a long way. So yeah, that's
True.
my take
So
on Z.
it was so true indeed. What you said is true indeed, because nobody is born with disabilities. Anything can happen anytime in life. So that's why we say that we need to have empathy and compassion, not sympathy, right?
Not simple.
Yes, sympathy is not we need when we look at a child or even an adult, when we see that there is something, we feel that there is something different, not like us. And we all of a sudden feel sympathetic, and at times we try to avoid, but then we forget that life is such that anything can happen to anyone, anytime. But it is about how you carry forward. And Riva ma'am, there are so many comments. Rashmi in the beginning has mentioned that. We are proud to have you narrating stories in this platform. And I'll read out the comments. Padma Priya says, wonderful story, Reva ma'am. The visuals were very helpful in connecting to the story. Rashmi says, powerful story. Kaushalya Pari, she says, never give up. Such a motivation narration. I'm late and missed the earlier. Yes, you can watch it later, Kaushalya. And Rashmi says, hurdles are always there. Your attitude matters. True. And
True,
Padma
so
Priya
true.
says, takeaways. There are four takeaways. Follow your dreams so that you are bound to get success. Wear a helmet always. Distance does not matter. And life throws challenges, but do not give up. Include those who are left behind. Very well said, Padma Priya. This is what we, ma'am, wanted to bring forward through this real life story. So the protagonist, the name has been changed so that we don't reveal
Yes.
the identity, but it's a real life story. and safety should be non-compromising and not taken for granted. Rightly said, Rashmi, and a very powerful message through your story and many. Yes, she again says, Rashmi again says, disability can come in a fraction of second. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We never know what happens to any one of us. It can be like even a small, this damage to our fingers or anything can happen. And yeah, so that was a wonderful story that you took up to come as the last story of our last alphabet, zeal,
Yes.
and it is
Zing,
so
yes.
well, yes, and so well connected. And we really, all of us, hope that there is still hope for the child who is going through all these things, with lots of prayers and blessings from all of us. And we will come back with another story. So, ma'am, thank you so much for coming up with this beautiful story. uh, yeah,
Thank you for having me and giving me the
yeah.
opportunity to
And ma'am, we
connect
can just
to.
hold on. Yes, and we can just hold on the card once again for our audience to. I just want to say that this is not the end. This is the beginning of uh, life. So ABCD cards of inclusion. We have come to the last card, and this
Mhm.
card has been used by many of our storytellers, and also some of the schools have taken this forward.
Wow.
This, yes, and these are the, you can use it as flashcards, not just for special need children, but for your class, for your activities, for storytelling, or you want to connect, like, for, like, you can see that is it is for zeal. So every letter, B is for buddy up. Each alphabet has a term that connects with inclusion and awareness. So you can look for other terms that can be connected with these alphabets, so that we teach our children the lessons, life skills through these cards. So if you are eager to procure these cards, you can connect with Spectrum, the Awareness Project. And also, uh, as we come to this end of this, as I told earlier, this is not the end, this is the beginning. And we continue with our storytelling. So, looking forward to the coming up storytelling sessions, we are coming up with another theme, that is safe space. So safe space. So what is safe space for all of you? Okay, you can write down in your chat box, in the comment section, what safe spaces. And for us, we have 12 storytellers coming up who will be bringing out stories, narrating stories about what safe spaces, how safe space can be, created in a community. So together we have the power to change a lot of things. Instead of just watching and making videos and putting on Instagram, it's always good that we really come forward and help. That is what safe for me. When I'm in trouble, if somebody is coming forward and helping, that is a safe place for me. But if somebody is just making a video and putting it upload and see, look, this is happening, somebody come and help, that takes a long time, anything could have happened. That's not a safe place for me. So let's make
Absolutely.
this a safe place for all of us, where we can share our emotions without being judged. So we have wonderful 12 storytellers coming up with a beautiful, and these storytellers are writers as well. They have written Once Upon a Dozen. So along with the book sharing, we'll be coming up with beautiful stories on the theme safe space. So until then, stay safe, take care, and don't forget that whatever happens, face it boldly with zeal. So, thank you once again all for joining.
Thank you, Nina. Thank you.